Hi and welcome to day 19 of Figuary. The idea is that you watch the daily guidance video here at Love Life Drawing and then go to the Croquis Cafe channel and do their daily practice session. So here's how drawings, especially drawings of 5 minutes or more, would often go for me. I'd put down some lines, trying to keep things light to start with, but struggling to. But the lines would seem wrong, so I'd go over them again quickly to try to correct them. I didn't want those wrong lines there on the paper. I wanted them fixed as soon as possible. And to make clear which one was the right one, I'd go harder with the corrections. Or I'd try to rub things out, which would leave a mess, and then I'd need lines that stand out on that mess, so the lines would need to be really hard. And very quickly I'd have gone from soft lines to harder and harder layers of corrections, and areas of my drawings which didn't actually need hard, dark marks suddenly had lots of them, and the drawing would become a mess. And I don't know if that sounds familiar for you, but that's how it was for me. So here's a few things that can help with that cycle. So this is part of that observe and commit habit that we talked about on day 18. And that means that you're more thoughtful about lines, and it applies when you're making corrections too. You don't need to rush corrections. Often you don't even need to rub out mistakes immediately to make them disappear, to get rid of them. The mistake is your reference point for the correction. So you know what's wrong, and it helps you to see where it would be right. Now this is a skill that's not often talked about, but it's an important skill that experienced artists have that beginners don't always have. Experienced artists can vary the strength of their marks dramatically. They can lay down really light structural marks which don't interfere with the stronger layers which are laid on top of them. And that allows them to develop their layers really effectively. To become better at light marks, try that exercise we did on day 16. Draw 2 points on the paper and draw lines between them, but this time just let your pencil or whatever you're using drag across the paper with barely any downward pressure. See how light you can go, and then with each new line increase the pressure just a tiny amount. So while doing the exercise, look for a level of pressure that's going to work really well for those early initial light layers before you go into your more bold and committed marks. And during the practice session today, if you have a bit of time, why not try a few early really light marks to set your drawing up, and then go for it with more strong marks once you've got things in place. Good luck with your practice session, and I'll see you back here tomorrow.